Namaste, welcome to Aaskplanets. This is Yashraj. So today in this video, we are going to know about purpose of your life. What is the purpose? We all take birth with some or other missions. Someone's missions or Rinanu Bandhan, or we say karmic debt in English. So what is that? Whether it is something great for the welfare of the society or it is limited to your relations, which we say in Hindi grihastha jivan, or like a household. Okay, so in this video we will know that what is the purpose of your life, whether there is something great in it or not, whether you will be famous for what you are doing or not. And related to this video, I think I have made already two different videos on the similar topic, and these are part of the purpose of life. And I must recommend you to see those videos also to get the complete knowledge of this topic, which is the purpose of your life. And you can easily find those videos in my YouTube channel. By the way, those videos are in Hindi, so you should be knowing Hindi also to get those. But in this video, I will be giving you some very simple sutras which will tell whether the person is born to do something which is of a greater caliber or it will be limited to the household responsibilities only. We all take birth in a family and we all do some or other responsibilities we have for the household. But there are people who do something beyond household, and we call them mission man, or also someone who influences the masses, the complete generation. Okay, they make new policies. They are literally revolutionary steps they take. How to see that? Basically, the secret of all these lies in the Kal Purush Kundli, the natural zodiac. Now, if you see the Kal Purush or the natural zodiac, you will find from 1 to 8, basically from Aries to Scorpio, the planets are inside the asteroid belt. But after that, there is the rulership of Jupiter and Saturn. Now, Jupiter and Saturn are Dharma and Karma. Before that, we have Sun, we have Moon, which are luminaries. So we will not take into account. Then we have Mercury, Venus, Mars. So Mercury, Venus, and Moon, particularly, Moon is basically Man. Okay. Even I will not add Moon, but still Mercury and Venus, these are planets which are limited to household responsibilities or smaller responsibilities which everyone has. Okay, responsibility of parents, responsibility of wife or husband, responsibility of children. Okay, these are limited, or co-born, etc., etc. Similarly, so it is limited. Then the player, the act, the caliber to do or the ability to do these things lies in Mars. So Mars is again a very important planet because it is the Lagna lord in the Kal Purush. Okay, so Mars is somewhat have ability to do both. Now the planet which are made for the higher purpose, they are Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter and Saturn rules 9, 10, 11, 12 houses, and they have the higher purpose. Now what we know that 10th house in a horoscope signifies your karma, and ascendant of the horoscope signifies your lagna, your your body. It is the king of the horoscope. Lagna, and the Lagna Lord is the king in the horoscope. Now, what I'm trying to convey here, that the Lagna should have very strong influence of Saturn or Jupiter or both. for some higher purpose. Here, Jupiter is most important planet because Jupiter is a Sattvic planet. Saturn is not a Sattvic planet, but Saturn is a Tamasic planet. Still, Tamas is required, but Sattvic planet Jupiter should be more strong to do something great. Then we have Sun, which is a very important planet and gets Digbal in the 10th house. Okay, so Sun is also very important to do something which is higher. And for household activities, Moon is enough. Okay, if Moon is very strong, then person can be in higher this thing because Moon is Manas, mind, but Sun should be very good for higher purpose. And similarly, other planets will support, but the dominance will be of Jupiter and Saturn because they basically make policies. Okay, even in the horoscopes of IAS ministers, they have this Saturn Jupiter strong. Okay, because they are influencing the masses now. Their activities, their actions are not limited to a particular company or their own profession. It is beyond that. This is the reason. So the Saturn and Jupiter should influence the ascendant or the 10th house or both. Okay, and we will see in the examples. It is very simple sutra which I am giving you. And if you have some basic knowledge in Jyotish, you can easily apply. Even if your ascendant has this Saturn and Jupiter association, you will have some urge to do something great. Okay, you will not be limited to your personal gratifications. Similarly, in the 10th house, now how much the strength or ability to do, it will depend on the complete strength of the horoscope, strength of the sun, strength of the Mars, will say. But Saturn Jupiter association just by the ascendant or the 10th will not make you a common householder. You will have desire to do something great for your nation, for the humanity. And the bulk or the strength to do that comes from the Mars. Okay, so I will be showing you a few examples and then we will understand it much better. Let's see the examples. So, what I told you, basic rules, basically, worldly planets are Mercury, Venus, Moon, Rahu, Mars. These are worldly planets. Now, even in the higher purpose, there are people who do some contribute something to the materialistic world, like scientists, politicians, and all. Then there are spiritual people also, like Swami Vivekanand, Ramakrishna Paramhans. These are spiritual people, and they also contribute to the society. So the spiritual planets should be stronger in their horoscope. They are Surya, Jupiter, Shani, Ketu, Saturn. Planets which promote common household, I just told you, they are Mercury, Moon, Venus. You can take out Moon from here, but Moon is still not a planet which will support a higher purpose. Okay, but it has ability to do. So Moon is kind of neutral here. Okay, planet which promote greater cause, they are Saturn, Jupiter, and Sun. Similarly, Sun is neutral here. It can be important in the common household also, but it is a little gray area like Moon. But Saturn and Jupiter are purely important for greater cause. Mercury and Venus are purely important for the household or smaller purposes. Mars is the army commander, we know, and ability to act, courage. Saturn should support it for a greater application of what is going to happen. Rahu and Ketu are army. Okay. So the external support will be from Rahu and Ketu. Rahu is the pending duties from the past life. Ketu is the unconscious sanskaras. The circumstances is Ketu. If the Ketu is unfavorable in a horoscope, your circumstances will not allow you to do. And if Rahu is similarly, then you will be tied to. So they both work in a synchronicity. So this is the thing. Okay, everything has a meaning. Okay. Now, this is the horoscope of B.B. Raman, the great astrologer. In this horoscope, you see Saturn and Moon are in the fourth house. The Lagna is ruled by Shani only, Saturn only. And Saturn and Jupiter have mutual aspect on the axis of 10th house. You see how Saturn and Jupiter are influencing the ascendant and the 10th house. Mars, which is 10th lord, is exalted, sorry, not exalted, but is in the 7th house, aspecting the 10th house. Mars is also supporting it. Atmakaraka is Moon, is in the axis of Jupiter and Saturn. So you see how the even Atmakaraka is influencing it. Okay. So he had a lot of contributions in the world of astrology, and he is not a person who is for the smaller gratification. Okay. He served the astrological community to some extent. Then this is the horoscope of Narendra Modi. He needs no introduction, I think. Present Prime Minister of India. And in this horoscope, you see Venus is the Lagna Lord, and Venus is in the 11th house, in the axis of Saturn and Jupiter. Again, Saturn and Jupiter are influencing the ascendant, which is Venus. They are also influencing the 10th house from the 10th lord, which is Moon. So 10th house from the 10th lord is Moon. Sorry, it is the Sun, and Saturn Jupiter influence is there even from the Moon and the from the 10th lord. So it is there. Okay. It is coming on the 10th also. It is coming on the ascendant also. Mars is well placed with the 10th lord in the second house. He contributed a lot to the nation, to the cause of Hindu society also, and also in building of Ram Mandir. Okay. It was in his destiny to contribute it. And it is basically because Leo and Aquarius axis have Jupiter Saturn. Leo and Aquarius leads to temple building combination it is, as uh, taught to us by our teacher and guru Shri K.N. Rao. Then this is the horoscope of Ramakrishna Paramhans. In this horoscope you see Jupiter is aspecting the ascendant. Saturn is influencing the ascendant. The 10th lord is in the Rashi of Shani in the 12th house of spirituality. From the 10th house, there is influence of Jupiter on the 7th lord, which is Sun, because from the 10th house, the 7th lord is Sun. From the 10th lord, the 10th lord is Venus, that is also in the Rashi of Jupiter. So what I am trying to convey here, that we have to see the 10th house, the Lagna, and the 10th house from the 10th house, which is 7th house, and the 10th house from the 10th lord, which can be anything. So in this case, the 10th house from the Mars, which is 10th lord, is Libra, and Venus is in the Rashi of Jupiter. Venus is also influenced by Jupiter, and that's so the 10th house is. Okay. So it is coming on the ascendant, it is coming on the 7th house, it is coming on the 10th house, it is coming on the 10th house from the 10th lord. These are very important factors. You see, he was into spirituality. Saturn and Jupiter are in trine. I hope you understand this, how the spiritual planets are influencing it. Okay. Now, it is the horoscope of Martin Luther King, another revolutionist from US. Simply, we will repeat the same exercise. Jupiter is in the ascendant, influencing it. Saturn is in the trine, which is 10th lord, is in the Rashi of Jupiter, and Jupiter is aspecting that Saturn. Okay, 10th house has Sun. 10th house has Sun. Now, if you see 10th house from the 10th lord, which is Saturn, so Mercury is the lord of that. Mercury is influenced by Saturn and Sun. Okay, so his purpose was more worldly because Jupiter's association is there, but not so strong as we saw in the case of Ramakrishna Paramhans. Here it is Mercury and Sun. Okay, I hope you understood. Now again, this is the horoscope of Jay Prakash Narayan, a man who shook the chair or the throne of Indira Gandhi. And in this horoscope, you see he brought the complete revolution, Sampurn Kranti. And in this horoscope, you see Saturn is in the ascendant, influencing the ascendant, and Jupiter is in the Rashi of Saturn. So Saturn and Jupiter having an exchange from the 2-1 axis or 2-1 houses. Okay. Saturn is aspecting the 10th house where the Sun is. Jupiter is aspecting the 10th house where the Sun and Venus is. Okay. So there is mutual influence of Saturn and Jupiter on the Lagna and on the 10th house. Similarly, repeat the exercise from the 10th Lord. Okay. So from the 10th Lord, we again see Mercury is the 10th Lord, and the 10th house from Mercury is Cancer. Jupiter, Moon aspecting it from the sign of Saturn. Okay, why I am seeing from the 10th Lord? You must be wondering, because 10th Lord is what you will do. If you see, 10th house is what you are promised to do. 10th Lord is the further ability. Okay, it is the further ability. Like we see a horoscope from the ascendant. Similarly, we have to analyze a planet also, na? So to analyze the planet or the promise of that planet, so the promise of your 10th Lord, we will have to analyze it. And it will tell a more finer picture. We have to link it with the 10th house. So the primary promise should come from the Lagna and to the ascendant. Then we have to see what is the greater extent of it. What is the greater promise? What is the finer promises are from the 10th Lord. And we will repeat the same exercise in the Navamsha and the Shamsha too. I'm not complicating it because it will be very tough for you people to, digest it. But this is the basic, principles which you can apply in the Rashi chart, and you can easily get more than 75% of result, which is very good in Jyotisha. Okay, so this is very simple and very easily applicable rules, and anyone can apply with a little knowledge of Jyotish. Whether your purpose is for some higher cause or your purpose is for some very common cause or the family cause. If Saturn and Jupiter are blessing your horoscope, you are bound to do something for your society, for your country, etc. Apart from your family. Okay. Now you have ability to influence the bigger picture. Okay, there should be Raj Yogas also. Their strength in the horoscope should also justify it. Okay, the limit will be set by many, many things. But this is the first promise which Saturn and Jupiter brings. Okay, I hope. Now the last chart, it is the again a chart of Margaret Thatcher. Now this is a very strong horoscope because you see Saturn is in the ascendant, aspecting the 10th house. Jupiter, which is in the third house, aspects the Mars in the 11th house. Sorry, Moon in the 11th house. So the 10th house is influenced by Shani, The 10th lord is influenced by Jupiter. So there is mutual influence. And from the 10th lord, we again see, so there is influence of Venus on that. Okay. So she didn't brought any revolutionary steps. Venus is aspecting. So she was a queen, I would say, a prime minister of a country. Okay. And she made new policies, etc. Okay. So you see how it is changing from the 10th lord. We have to always see from the 10th lord as well, because 10th lord will tell you the finer picture. Okay. But it is there. It is clearly there on the 10th house and the ascendant. It is a very strong horoscope of her. So this is the complete. So I hope you people understood what I tried to convey, and you see how Saturn and Jupiter are when influencing your ascendant and when influencing your 10th house. They make you a mission human being. Okay, like you are bound to do something great, and it will depend on the strength of your horoscope how much. Second, if they are not influencing mutually and their energies are weak and Venus and Mercury are more dominant, then person will be more involved in the personal matters. He will not care about anything. He will be very successful in his own world. Okay, will be building properties for him, will be doing making good families, children, etc. But will not have a higher purpose, not will be the desire also. Okay, so it is limited to your personal life now. It is not becoming a public life, or you are not going to influence the public. Okay, so Saturn and Jupiter is very important for that. So many people ask me during the consultations that whether I have a greater purpose. So this is the answer, because not everyone can consult me, because it is also I am very busy. Not everyone gets the chance, but I'm sharing the technique with you all people so that you can understand. And please do check out the other two videos if you know Hindi, because that those videos have greater knowledge on this topic as well. Thank you. We will again meet in our next video. Take care.